Hi friends, my name is host Eric, and I've got an interesting SI-NI test, and I think it might be a way to distinguish between INFJs and ENFJs. It might be a way to tell us a lot about where someone's SI is in the stack. And the test is this. It's very straightforward. You can take it right now and see how you do. I'm going to say the same basic concept of sentence in two distinct ways with two specific wordings. And your job then will be to repeat back the two sentences with the exact wordings as I said them. Okay? The two sentences are as follows. Sentence 1. Christmas time will bring many gifts and trimmings. The second sentence is, presents and trimmings await us this Christmas time. Now pause the video and see if you can repeat it yourself. If you aren't sure if you got it right or not, then I will repeat it again now and you can try again. Okay? The first sentence is, Christmas time will bring many gifts and trimmings. The second sentence is, presents and trimmings await us this Christmas time. So try again, pause. Okay, if you're not sure whether you got them exactly right or not, even after listening to them, then I'm going to provide the following cues here, which is this. You can look at them. Christmas time will bring many gifts and trimmings versus presents and trimmings await us this Christmas time. And you've looked at them now each, and now I want you to try to repeat them both in succession. Pause the video. Now check. Is it clear to you that whether or not you got them all right or whether there were some words confused? If you really don't know and you want to know if you can get this right, then you could record yourself repeating them back and see if you mix in some words. The reason for this test is I just tested an ENFJ and I used this test basically, but I just used one sentence and he was unable to repeat it back, at least on the first attempt, in the exact words I provided. So I said Christmas time will bring many gifts and trimmings, and he said the sentence back something like Christmas time will bring trimmings, gifts, and more, which is the same basic concept, but he changed it up a little bit. He NI'd it rather than SI'd it. So I think if you could add a third sentence as well, which expresses the same concept in slightly different words, that an INTP or an INFP would be likely to do all three of those sentences in exactly as they're worded without needing to hear it again. So let's try this right now. I wasn't planning on doing this with three sentences of those sorts that I will make up on the fly and see if you can in fact repeat them back. I don't know if I would be able to or not. The giant sequoias in the northern forests are quite impressive. Number 2. If you want to be impressed, visit the giant sequoias in the forests up north. And number 3. Our most impressive forests are the northern ones, wherein live the giant sequoias. If you could repeat those three sentences back without, you'd probably have to pause before I started talking again. And you can repeat those back and then check and they're exactly right. There's a decent chance, in my opinion, that you are third or maybe second slot SI. Third slot SI seems best at memorizing words stuff, because, especially INTPs, because they're TI DOMs, they're any tool, they're fundamentally mapping types and metaphysical, and all of their SI seems to be directed in terms of its utility towards remembering words. So if you have thoughts about this test, whether you did well or poorly on it, whether you think it's a good way to check between SI and NI, like Rachel could do it with one sentence but can't do it with two, but the ENFJ couldn't even do it with one. Is that going to generalize out and be a good way to distinguish between INFJs and ENFJs? Hard to say. I welcome your comments and thoughts on this. I thought it was interesting. I hope you did too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.